Now we will look at the clearance, GFR and all the concept related to the cleaning of the plasma. Okay. So start with first is renal blood flow, that is RBF. So RBF is the renal blood flow, is approximately 1250 ml per minute brought by the renal arteries. Okay. Now this is not the plasma we actually blood we actually clean. Why? Because RBC cannot be filtered, so we have to actually calculate the liquid part which we clean, that is RPF, renal plasma flow. It is amount of plasma coming to kidneys per minute. So amount of plasma coming to kidneys per minute is RPF. How do you calculate? Very simple. Take the plasma and the blood, and if you get the value of plasma from the blood, you get the RPF. So formula is simple. It is renal blood flow into percentage of plasma. So RBF into percentage of plasma. Let's take 55 to 60% is the normal value. So normal percent is 55. Let's take 55. So if you take almost half of 1250 into 55%, that gives roughly half, and half is 6. Okay. So 625 to 695 ml per minute is the value. Okay. So what is the value? 625 to 695 ml per minute. Next question, we see that in this case, okay, so 625 to 695. Okay. Now write, this plasma that is coming will undergo which process? Filtration, that is called as GFR. What is GFR? We all know, glomerular filtration rate. It is amount of plasma filtered, amount of plasma filtered by both kidneys per minute is called as what thing? GFR. Okay. Now as we all know, normal value is 125 ml per minute. This is normal value of GFR, 125 ml per minute. Okay. Now here comes the question. Okay. Can you express it as a percentage of RPF? Yes, that is called as filtration fraction. Filtration fraction. What is that? FF. What is the meaning or definition of the term filtration fraction is? Right? It is percentage. It is simply percentage of plasma filtered. Okay. So percentage of plasma that is filtered. So how do you calculate? Very easy. How much is plasma filtered? GFR. How much came? Renal plasma flow into 100. Let us calculate this. What is GFR? 125 ml per minute. RPF is 625 into 100. That give a rough value of 20%. So that gives a rough value of 20%. That means you can say 20% of plasma is filtered every minute into the tubules. Okay. So how much is the plasma filtered? 20% or 125, same thing. Okay. Now see this very important thing. So what is RPF? 625 ml per minute. How much is filtered? 80%, sorry, let's say 20%. 20% is filtered per minute, called as GFR, equal to 125 ml per minute. So it's called as a GFR 125 ml per minute. How much remain unfiltered? 80% is left unfiltered in peritubular capillaries. Okay. So left unfiltered in peritubular capillaries. Okay. Peritubular capillaries, that is around 500 ml per minute. So just pay attention. How much plasma came? 625. How much got filtered? 125. How much is still not cleared or unfiltered? That is 5 ml. Okay. Now listen to this. Okay. Now you know everything that is filtered is going to enter the urine. Okay. Good things might be reabsorbed, but just imagine for a second. Everything which is present 100% in the plasma. Urea, creatinine, glucose. Okay. Once the plasma is filtered, 20% of everything goes into urine. Just assume 20% is freely filtered into the urine and 80% is left in the plasma. If you reabsorb water, glucose back, this 20% will not come back to the blood. It will stay in the urine, and now that means out of 100%, 20% of the substance is out of the body, out of the plasma, and now it has been cleared out of the plasma. So how much you can remove by just filtration? 20%. Okay. 80% still dirty, but at least we have cleared 20%. Now 1 minute. Now second minute, again 20%, again 20%. If you repeat this process multiple times, only filtration, 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 all the substance will leave the plasma and the plasma is fully cleared. But it will take 1 minute or more time, more, because in 1 minute how much you are able to clear? All the plasma, 20% plasma. You will clear only 20% plasma. So let us say 5, 6, 10 minutes, all substance is cleared. That means we can clear a substance only by multiple filtration. But the problem is, how much will you be able to clear? All or only 20% 1 minute? Only 20% 1 minute equal to GFR. So if you only filter, you can clear up to 125 ml. Okay. How much will remain dirty? 500 ml will remain dirty. Now let us say you want to clear more. Means something is toxic, you want to remove faster. If I secrete even that 80% dirty plasma containing the creatinine, urea, all can be now cleared, and now you will be able to clear 20%, more than 20%, more than 20%, that is more than GFR. Example, let us say 30%. If I put 30% there, how much is left? 50%. So out of 100% dirty plasma, now only 50% is dirty, half is clean, and next minute let us say half is also clean. So now you have cleared the substance in not 5-10 minutes, just 2 minutes hypothetically. That means you are able to clear it faster. So if you only filter, whole plasma you can clear, or 20% you can clear? 20%. If you secrete, even that 80% can be cleared, giving you a clearance of only 20 or more than 20? More than 20. And if I can throw all of this 80, all of the 80 here, there would be 0 left, and 0 left means what? All plasma is cleared and you are able to clean whole of the plasma. So that is the basic assumption of clearance. So let me write it down for you. Right. If only filtration occur, if only filtration, 20% of plasma, what is that called as RPF, will be cleared. So 20% of RPF plasma will be cleared or cleaned, okay, and it is equal to what? Equal to GFR, that is 125 ml per minute. So what is the value now? Value is 125 ml per minute, that is equal to GFR. Clear? 20%. Okay. So out of 625, how much you cleared? All plasma? No, only the filtered plasma is clean. How much still dirty? That 80% is still dirty. Okay. And if you secrete, you can clear more than 20%. If secretion, then more than 20% of plasma can be cleared, can be cleared. That means now the value will be more than clearance. So more than GFR, that is more than 125 ml per minute. So that is a summary of the concept of clearance. Now I can explain clearance very easily because you have got the idea of clearance. Okay, the dirty plasma come, you clear some by filtration, remaining you can clear by secretion. Okay, so start now. The topic is clearance CL. First, clearance is about the plasma, how much plasma is clean. So clearance, it is amount of plasma cleared of a substance per minute. Okay. So, what is the amount of plasma you can clear of a substance per minute? It is called as what? It is called as the, yes, clearance value. It is called as a clearance value. Okay, clearance. Okay. So, let us see the concept of the clearance. Okay. First, okay, how much you can clear? Okay. So, obviously 625 ml per minute plasma comes for clearance called as RPF. So, first logic is how much you get to clean, you get 625. So, how much you can clean? Obviously 625. So, what is the value coming for clearance? 625. What is the value you have to clear? 625. So, that is why the value is 625 for clearance. Okay. First rule, if only filtration occur, means what? No secretion, no reabsorption. There is neither secretion nor reabsorption. So, if only filtration occur, no secretion, no reabsorption, that means you are clearing only by filtration. That means only 20% of plasma would be cleared, not all, 20%, and that clearance is equal to what? GFR. That is equal to what value? GFR. Why? Because you have cleared only the 20% part, not the whole. Okay. So, if something has a clearance equal to GFR, means what? It is only filtered and removed by multiple filtration, neither reabsorbed nor it is being secreted out. Okay. Clear? Example, inulin. Now, why so? If you remember the topic of body fluid estimation, I told you, since inulin is water soluble, big in size, it cannot cross the cell membrane. So, it can't cross cell membrane, and something which can't cross cell membrane will neither enter the cell nor leave the cell, and for secretion reabsorption you have to cross cell membrane to enter the blood or leave the blood. But if you can't cross cell membrane, you remain only in the plasma, and to be out of plasma you undergo filtration through the glomerular filtration membrane. That it can do, it is small enough to cross the filtration membrane but not cell membrane. So, can't cross cell membrane, that is why neither enter nor leave the tubules. Okay. So, that means it is only cleared by filtration of plasma. Hence, clearance is equal to GFR, 125 ml per minute. So, clearance is equal to plasma, that is 125 ml per minute. So, that is why it is used for what purpose? It is used for GFR estimation. Fine. So, why is it used for GFR estimation? Because neither secreted nor reabsorbed, only cleared by what process? Filtration. Okay. Second dictum, if secretion occur, as I told you, if you secrete you can clear only 20% or more than 20%, more than 20%, that means increase clearance, and now it will be more than 20% of RPF, which is GFR, that is GFR, which is GFR. So, now the clearance will be much higher, it will be more than 20% of RPF, which is GFR. So, that means now it will be more than GFR, okay, which is more than GFR, rather more than GFR. Example, clearance and GFR. Clearance is only filtration, that is 125, only filtration, and what is GFR is only filtration. Clearance is what? Filtration and secretion. So, you are filtering 20%, is also filtering, but now you are secreting also. So, clearance is more than GFR, that is more than 20%. So, how much you clear by filtration? 20%. Clearance is now more than 20% because you are adding secretion to the mechanism of removal. Okay. So, clearance is more than that. Okay. Example we will take creatinine clearance. What is the value? It is approximately 130 to 150 ml per minute. So obviously it is more than GFR. So you can see it is more than GFR. More than GFR means it is getting what? Yes, it is getting secreted. But can you tell me, is it getting secreted in higher quantity or lower quantities? Yes, in lower quantity. See, I will give you what, okay. How much dirty plasma came with creatinine? 625. Out of that, how much you clear by filtration? 20% filtered, 125. So how much you cleared by filtration? 125. So how much must be the secretion? So out of 80% unfiltered plasma, that is how much? 500 ml, 500 ml, okay. How much was given for clearance by secretion? So this one is filtered and cleared. How much? 125 plus how much? 5. Total is 130 clearance. So see, out of 625, how much you clear by filtration? Obviously we cleared around 20%, that is 125. How much is the contribution of your process of secretion? Out of 500 dirty plasma, only 5. That's why getting a clearance of 130. So out of 5 ml of dirty ml in peritubular capillary, how much you were able to secrete? Only 5 ml. Worth the creatinine, which is equivalent to what? 5 ml of plasma now free of creatinine. So that means a bigger or very small contribution? Very small contribution. Even if I stop this, let's say I stop, I say don't secrete, then also the clearance will reduce to 125, but still you will be able to clear it in some time rather than just doing the secretion. So if you just do secretion, it will take long time, 5. So it will take a huge time to remove creatinine from the body. That's why even if secretion is not there, you can still clear how much? At least 125. So the major mechanism of creatinine removal, it's filtration with little contribution of secretion, as shown by clearance very close to GFR, slightly more than GFR, that is just 5 to 10, okay. So that means it is mainly cleared, by filtration. It is mainly cleared by filtration with little secretion. So that means the total contribution here is very small, that is it is, yes, mainly cleared by filtration with little. So that is why hence clearance is close to GFR. Hence clearance is close to GFR. That prove it is, yes, it is mainly cleared by filtration, okay. That is why it is used for used for GFR estimation. And what is the advantage? It is endogenous, okay. It is endogenous, so you cannot, you don't have to inject it, unlike the inulin. So it's endogenous, so easier to do, so easy to perform. So what clearance is very easy to perform? Creatinine, because already there in the body, you just take the blood sample, urine sample, get the clearance, okay. But most accurate, if they ask in exam, is still inulin. Most accurate is inulin for GFR. So if they ask in exam, please write inulin, don't write creatinine. If they say in clinical, in a patient who's having what is the preferred, then obviously they are asking for clinical this in the patients, then it is preferred. But if they say GFR, the best is inulin, or what is used for GFR? Inulin, okay. Now imagine you secrete all that 80% dirty plasma substance also. Now how much is left in blood? 0. So that is the next statement. If 100% secretion occur, 0% left in blood. So how much substance is left in blood in the peritubular capillary? 0. Proof example, you take a renal vein concentration, it will be 0 milligram percent. And how is it possible? Because you were able to extract it all. Example is called as extraction ratio. How you take it? Very easy. We take renal artery concentration, subtract renal vein concentration, divide by renal artery concentration. So now what happens, as you can see, if R3 was X, vein is 0, that will be how much? If this is 0, it will be 1 or 100%. If renal vein concentration is 0, you can solve it now. Let's take it X, this is also X, this is 0. So obviously X by X is 1 na? So X by X is 1. So if you take something completely out from the artery and throw in the vein, how? 20% is filtered, 80% unfiltered you can throw by secretion. So how much is the total amount left? Just 0. So how can you remove all? Answer is secretion is the mechanism you have to do apart from filtration, and you have to secrete all of it. Okay. So now the extraction is 1 or 100% if vein is 0. That means all the plasma coming to kidneys is cleared. That means clearance is equal to 100% of RPF. We have cleared all plasma. So how much plasma came? 625. How much you cleared by filtration? 20%. And how much you have cleared after secretion? That 80% also. Or the total clearance? 20, 80 or 100%? 100%. What is 100% equal to? Or clearance is equal to renal plasma flow. So now you get a clearance not equal to GFR but equal to whole of the plasma, that is RPF. Example, PAH, that is para amino hippuric acid. So what is pH? It's para amino hippuric. So what is the use for? Use for RPF estimation. So what is the purpose? It is used for what purpose? RPF estimation. Okay, RPF estimation. Okay, done. pH. Now comes the question. Okay, 2 problem 1 gives 10% less RPF. So the clearance of the pH is given to be, let's say 600, is actually 10% less. So you have to add 10%, let's say 60, make it 660 is the RPF. So that's why add 10% to get the actual. So that's why we add 10% to pH clearance to get the right value. Okay, to get right RPF. Okay, so we add, yes, 10% to get the right RPF. Second problem, right, at very high concentration, very high plasma concentration, okay, also called as threshold, So if you cross the threshold, the transporters get saturated and you can't secrete very well. What happens? Transport processes get saturated. So transport processes get saturated and we can't secrete much. So what happens? And that's why now what happens? The secretion reduce. So that is why can't secrete and clear all pH in urine. So clearance will fall. So there is a decreased clearance and give lower value of renal plasma, give and false flow, because problem is not in the kidney, problem is method, you are giving too much. So give false low RPF because there is saturation, you can't secrete that much, and that is why if you give, let's say you can secrete 300, if I give 150 you will secrete all, if you give 200 all, but if you give more than 300, let's say 400, I can secrete 300, so 100 will not be out. So that's why clearance value will start to decrease. Why? Because you have saturated the secretory mechanism and now it will not be cleared completely, it will accumulate in blood causing a lower clearance value. Okay, false low. Now write number 3. If reabsorption occur, if what occur? If reabsorption occur, then what will be the effect of that? Okay, obviously the clearance decrease. Why? Because whatever you cleared by filtration goes back to plasma. What is clearance? Removing from plasma. What is reabsorption? going back to the plasma. So that is why it is the anti process of the clearance, and that is why it causes reduction in the clearance. So that is why it decrease. Okay. So what happens now, the clearance will be less than GFR. So clearance is less than GFR. Example, urea clearance is 70 to 90 ml per minute. So the value 70 to 90 ml per minute. So obviously it is less than GFR. Why? Because it is both secreted and reabsorbed. But you know, for counter current system you have to reabsorb the urea. So this urea will be taken after filtration and now it becomes part of counter current system EDLA. So that's why it is reabsorbed. So that is why it is reabsorbed more than secretion. It is both, but what is more? Reabsorption. That's why clearance is less. Okay. Now if 100% secretion, sorry 100% reabsorption, what happens? 0% cleared from plasma is back to the plasma. So 0% cleared from plasma. So if 100% reabsorption, 0% is cleared from plasma. So clearance is now 0 because you have taken all the thing back to the plasma. So you filter, 20% substance is now in the urine out of the plasma. If you reabsorb it, keep going back and the clearance value keep getting reduced, and ultimately it can be as low as 0. Example, glucose, amino acids, etc. Okay. What is the clearance they have? Their clearance is equal to 0. Okay. Now again problem, same. At very high concentration, example, diabetes patients, diabetes, what happens? There is such a high blood glucose you can't reabsorb all. So what happens? Again, saturation and reduce reabsorption. And now what happens? Glycose urea start because you can't reabsorb all. So what start? Glycose urea occur. Why? Because you can't take all, and that means now all the glucose is coming back or some is lost. Some is lost, and that means you are not able to clear reabsorb all, means clearance is 0 or non-zero. So that is why clearance will be non-zero because you are losing it in urine. Clearance is removing in the urine. Is what not removed, now it is been removed, is will be non-zero, rather it will be non-zero. So clearance will be non-zero and increase, okay, increase with increased plasma clearance. So now the clearance will start rising with increased plasma concentration of glucose. So earlier it was all reabsorbed, now it is not all reabsorbed. What happens? Some is lost and more in the plasma, more you will lose it in the urine, causing a higher and higher clearance. Okay. So let me summarize whole concept in a very simple way. How much plasma comes for clearance? 625 rpf. How much you can clean just by filtration? 125 GFR. If you secrete more than 25, that is from peritubular capillary secretion. If you all is secreted 100% clear, that is RPF, like pH. And if you reabsorb, decrease clearance, and all reabsorb, 0 clearance. So let me write the rules. Clearance is equal to GFR, clearance more than GFR, clearance less than GFR. Examples, only filtration, okay, only filtration. Example, inulin, hit, filtration and secretion. Example, creatinine, PAH, all substance that you secrete. And if less, it is filtration and reabsorption. Example, glucose, amino acid, all the substances. Okay, fine. Now what I told you is how to understand clearance from GFR, RPF. But now they ask a question, how do you people are able to understand it in terms of mathematics? So mathematically it is given by formula, clearance is U V by P. I don't use it first. Why? Because this is just mathematical formula. It doesn't explain the relation between RPF, GFR and clearance. What I told you explained very clear, the 20% filtered, not filtered, if you secrete that, 100% clear equal to RPF. Now let's see what is U. U is urine concentration, P is plasma concentration of substance, let's say maybe creatinine. So plasma concentration. Now remember one very simple thing, okay. If you do 100% secretion, if you do 100% secretion, what will happen? Obviously, if you do 100% secretion, it will be all out, nothing is left in the peritoneal cavity, okay. If you do reabsorption 100%, urine will become 0 and clearance becomes 0, example glucose. So why glucose is 0? Why glucose is equal to 0? Because take the formula UV by P. So since it is 0 into V by P, it give you 0. Why? Because the urine level is 0, okay. But if it is non-zero, let us say 1, 2, 3, the clearance will be not 0, but whatever 1, 2, 3, but non-zero, okay. Now we see, so take the urine sample for urine concentration, P plasma, V, what is V? V is urine flow rate. So what is V? It is urine flow rate in ml per minute. So what is the value of V? It is urine flow rate in what units? ml per minutes, okay. So what value? ml per minute, okay. So let us calculate the value of the urine flow rate in ml per minute. It is given by 24 hours urine collection. So it's given by what thing? 24 hours. How? Example, let's say in 24 hours the person make 2400 ml urine. So how much? 2400 ml urine. Sorry. 2400 ml urine. So how much in 1 hour? Obviously 100 ml, that is per hour. So in 1 minute how much he must be making? Let us take 100 by 60, that is 1.66 ml. So how much? In 1 hour 100 ml, 1 minute 1.66. So what is the value of V? 1.66 ml per minute, okay. So 1.66 ml is the V. So now you can calculate clearance for any substance. Just take the urine sample, blood sample and get the V from 24-hour urine collection, okay.